popping bottles. It's Thirsty Thursday. No, we're not popping bottles.
And not drinking boob and
No, it's almost 1 o'clock on Thursday. Perhaps tomorrow we have a double closing.
Yeah.
We have a holiday weekend. We may be popping bottles at 5 p.m. tomorrow. But right now we're working. I'm Megan Phillips with Capstone Realty, and this is my go-to lender, Rachael Drummond, with VIP Mortgage. And I kind of rallied her to help me do a little video on the importance of getting pre-qualified when purchasing a home. It continues to be this sort of wall that people hit because they are afraid to rip the Band-Aid off.
Right.
They have been told horror stories about all the documentation that they have to provide. So then they just kind of, well, maybe if I find the home that I'm really in love with, maybe then I'll go get pre-qualified. And I've done videos on this before, and I will say it again, and Rachael can attest to this because she's working with lots of realtors all the time that are rushing to get these pre-qualifications in, that if you do that in today's market, the home that you fell in love with is already gone by the time you've taken the time to do the pre-qualification.
Yep.
So I wanted just to talk about, and I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, but really the two main reasons why it's important to get a pre-qualification. So the first one is it does not benefit you as a buyer, me or anyone else as your realtor, or the seller and the listing agent for you to look at a home that is out of your budget, or shall we say what you would qualify for. Yep. And not only is it a home that you qualify for, but the monthly payment that you want to pay. So
that could be totally different than where your monthly payment preference falls. And so when you get pre-qualified, it's not just so a lender can slap a pre-qual to you and to your buyer's agent that says you can pre-qualify to $450,000 and then off you go. No, when you get pre-qualified, it's really so the lender can identify where is your monthly payment preference, and is that $450,000, or is your monthly payment preference more like $380,000? Yeah, you may qualify for the $450,000, but you don't want to go out and start home shopping.
You don't want to be house poor, right? Correct. So you might qualify because you have great credit, you have lots of money in the bank,
you have low debt.
Yeah, you could qualify for $450,000. But then all of a sudden you realize that monthly payment on $450,000 based on what you want to put down isn't going to leave you money for the traveling that you like to do,
or the lifestyle
that you like to live. So it really just benefits you and everyone that's involved for you to get that pre-qual done. And also think about this. I like to try to, there's houses that are for sale that are vacant, but think about this from a seller's perspective. Do you want people, if you're selling a home and you are juggling 6 kids and 3 dogs and a cat and trying to get all your animals away so someone can come look at your home for 15 minutes, and then you find out later that they were not even pre-qualified to be able...
They can't even write an offer.
They can't even make an offer.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a courteous thing too, right, to the homes that you're looking in. But really it's also because you don't want to fall in love with something that's out of the price range that you're in. Because what happens then is the agent feel like they can never give you what you want, right? Because maybe you think you can do 400 and you fall in love with what in that neighborhood is 400. So maybe 2,000 square feet in a pool. Well, maybe you end up getting pre-qualified for 350. Well, at 350, all of a sudden, what you can get doesn't include a pool. It's much smaller. And
maybe it's a totally different neighborhood.
Right, you have to reevaluate everything. So that's reason number one, right?
All of a sudden, the home shopping experience
it's totally different, right? And I can't make miracles happen, especially in this market.
I've seen you make miracles happen, but not every time, right? Come on.
And then reason number 2, what was reason number 2?
Reason number 2 is this market is crazy.
Oh, yeah, this market's crazy.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Let's just say you've got the Zillow app, you've got the Realtor.com app, and you're like, this one area, this one neighborhood is where you want to live. And you are patiently waiting for a home to come on the market within the budget or price range you think you want to be in. And then you get that little Zillow sweet email that says,
it's the one.
This just came on the market today, which is always like a Thursday or Friday because that's when everyone pushes their homes, right? And then they have an open house that first Saturday. And you're like, all right, I don't have an agent, which you should never go to an open house unrepresented by an agent, but that's a conversation for another day. So you go into this open house and it's the one, you know, and your spouse is like, oh yeah, I can see my kids eating breakfast here. Like, oh, our daughter's gonna get married in the backyard. Like, you are in love with this house and you want to make an offer. And then the listing agent says, fantastic, do you have your pre-qualification? And you're like, oh no, we haven't done that yet. And she's like, well, I already have 3 other offers on this house of other couples that fell in love with it as well. So good luck trying to get that in on time. So now you've just spent your own time going to this open house. You have this emotional high of finding the one, and you don't even stand a chance because they've already got 3 offers. The seller's going to make a decision that night.
Right.
I mean, there are literally houses going on the market and under contract in a day, in 24 hours.
Right.
I've seen it. I've been the buyer agent on these houses. The 2 that I'm closing tomorrow went under contract the day they came on the market. So that is just what we're in, and I think it is only in everyone's best interest to really understand that you need to get pre-qualified and either reach out to a lender or someone that's referred to you, or find the agent that you connect with and then have them refer you to someone like Rachael, who will be on top of it and can answer all your questions. And then you'll be popping bottles when you close on your home.